Good morning, students. Today is the last topic of this chapter, that is microbes in human welfare. So in the last class we had discussed about microbes as biofertilizers. Okay. In that first we had studied about the bacteria as nitrogen fixers. What we had studied, that is, first of all we had studied as a topic, that is microbes as biofertilizers. In this topic, we had studied the first one, that is about the bacteria as a nitrogen fixers. Bacteria as a nitrogen fixers. So in this bacteria as nitrogen fixers, which is that bacteria, means that is the rhizobium bacteria. Here the rhizobium bacteria, which will fix the nitrogen in the presence of a pigment, that is the leg hemoglobin. It will fix the atmospheric nitrogen and it will form a root nodules on which plant? That is on the leguminous plants. So in that root nodules there will be presence of a pigment that is known as the leg hemoglobin. So that leg hemoglobin will act as an oxygen scavenger, which will form or which is going to maintain an anaerobic condition. Okay, due to which under the anaerobic condition the nitrogen is going to convert into the ammonia in the presence of an enzyme. The name of that enzyme is the nitrogenase, and this rhizobium bacteria, they possess or they will have a gene. That gene is known as the NIF gene. What it is known as? It is known as the NIF gene. NIF gene, which will be asked for 1 mark. This question will be asked for 1 mark. NIF gene means that is the nitrogen fixing gene. Okay, which is found in which bacteria? That is in the bacteria that is known as the rhizobium bacteria. Okay, so these all things we had studied in the last class. Now next we will go for the second particular organism. See, biofertilizer means I had told you these are the organisms. Okay, these are the microorganisms which is going to enrich the nutrient quality of soil. Okay, so that is known as the biofertilizer. So next, the second topic in this nitrogen microbes as biofertilizer means that is loose association of nitrogen fixing bacteria. Second one, that is loose association of nitrogen fixing bacteria. Here, why this loose association of nitrogen fixing bacteria? See here, certain soil bacteria. Which bacteria? That is the certain soil bacteria, or the bacteria which is present in the soil. Okay, certain soil bacteria, they will live in a close contact with the what? With the roots. Which part of emerging in the soil? This is the root. Okay, here this is the soil. In this soil there will be presence of certain bacteria. These are the bacteria. So how they are living? What is the relation between the roots and the soil? Okay, how they are living? They are living in a very close contact with what? With the roots. Here, these are some of the soil bacteria. This is the root. Okay, the soil bacteria are in relation or are in contact with these roots, that is in a very close association or in a close contact with the roots of the roots. In which roots do you found, in which type of plants do you found this bacteria living in a very close association with, that is in cereals and grasses. In roots of cereal, first of all, certain soil bacteria living in a very close contact with the roots of which plants? Specifically of grasses and cereals. Okay, why they are living in so much close contact? What is the beneficial for the roots or for the this bacteria? So they will fix the nitrogen. This soil bacteria fixes the atmospheric nitrogen. Okay, for this reason, for fixing the atmospheric nitrogen, they are living in a very close contact with the roots. So this association you can call, association means how they are living, this relation you can call it as the, you can call it associative symbiosis. What you can call, it is known as the associative symbiosis. What I mean by associative symbiosis means, that is bacteria and these roots are in a very close contact. They are living in a very close contact and they are beneficial to each other. How means, that is the thing we are calling, they are in a close mutualism. Mutualism means what? That both the organisms are beneficial to each other. Okay, close mutualism, that is also known as the associative symbiosis. See here, how they are helpful, how they are beneficial to each other means, here the roots, the bacteria, this is the atmospheric nitrogen. So they will fix it and they will provide this nitrogen to whom? To the roots. What they are providing? They are providing the nitrogen to whom? To the roots. This is one of the beneficiary to whom? To the roots, because roots require the nitrogen. See here, roots require the nitrogen. Who is providing this nitrogen? This nitrogen is provided by the bacteria. Okay, in this way the bacteria are helping to the roots for getting their nutrients. Understand? In turn means in return the roots. Mutualism means both are beneficial. Both the organism should be better. Roots is a part of plant. Here the plant is one of the organism. Bacteria, this is also one of the organism. Both should be beneficial to each other. Okay. So here the roots is giving, the bacteria is giving nitrogen to the roots. This nitrogen will required in the form of biofertilizer to whom? To the roots. In return, what roots are giving to the bacteria is, roots are giving to the bacteria, that is the carbohydrate. Here the bacteria are going to absorb the carbohydrate from the roots. Okay, see here they are providing nitrogen. These are the bacteria. They are absorbing the carbohydrates from the roots. Both are beneficial. They are living in a close contact, as well as they are helpful to each other. They are living in a close contact. It is known as the close mutualism or associative symbiosis. So let's see some of the examples. which bacteria are close mutualism to which plant. So some of the examples we will discuss here. Some of the name of bacteria, that is Azospirillum lipoferum. Example, Azospirillum. This is the name of bacteria. Azospirillum lipoferum. Okay, this Azospirillum lipoferum, it is in association of with the roots of Brazilian grasses. This is one variety of grass. They are named as the Brazilian grasses and maize. They are in close association with what? With the Brazilian grasses and maize. What is that? That is the Azospirillum lipoferum. Then one more, Bergeronkia. Again type one more example, that is Bergeronkia. Okay, Bergeronkia is in association with the roots of sugarcane. Specific bacteria, specifically a specific soil bacteria, are in close contact with the specific plants. Okay, Azospirillum lipoferum only with the grasses and the maize. Bergeronkia, this is also one type of soil bacteria which is in close association with what? Roots of sugarcane. Except this, one more there, that is the Azospirillum, which is one of the common soil bacteria. Azospirillum. Like these points, it will be asked in your NEET exam. Okay, Azospirillum bacteria, which is a common strain of soil bacteria, which is in association with the roots of grass, maize, rice, then grass, maize, rice, sorghum. So these all this bacteria is providing a biofertilizer. How means? By a process that is nitrogen fixing, and they are providing the carbohydrates to them. Okay, these are some of the examples. The next third bacteria. First is the rhizobial bacteria. Second is the bacteria which is in close association. The third type, free living bacteria, which will act as a biofertilizer. So let's see here, free living bacteria as biofertilizer. Next, that is free living bacteria as biofertilizer. What are the free living bacteria? Which fixes the nitrogen and provides the biofertilizer, means Azotobacter, Clostridium. Some of the names of bacteria are here, that is Azotobacter, Clostridium, then Bacillus polymixa. These are some of the free living bacteria or free living soil bacteria. What are all these? Free living. Free living means they are not in close contact with some other roots or soil. Okay, they are freely present in the soil. Free living soil bacteria. So here, these all bacteria, they are asymbiotic in nature, because what do you mean by this asymbiotic? Means they are not in any relation with some other organism. That is the thing we are calling it as the asymbiotic in nature. See, in the last topic we had studied, the roots are in close association with the bacteria. Like that, relation is not there. Neither associative symbiosis, neither a mutualism. Okay, that is why we are calling it as the symbiotic in nature. But also, it fixes the nitrogen actively under aerobic condition. It fixes the nitrogen, atmospheric nitrogen under aeration. In the presence of air also, or in the aerobic condition also, they will fix the nitrogen. Then next, this is about what? Free living bacteria. They are not into any close contact, any close relation with some other organism. Freely they are present, then freely they will fix the nitrogen in the atmosphere. Okay, this is about the third topic. The fourth topic is cyanobacteria as nitrogen fixers. Till now we had studied about only the bacteria. Next, that we will go for the cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria means that is blue-green algae. How they are going to fix the nitrogen? See, about the cyanobacteria, we had studied already in the class 11. Cyanobacteria as nitrogen fixers. Okay. See, some of the cyanobacteria, that is blue-green algae. Some of the cyanobacteria are important nitrogen fixers of rice field. Important nitrogen fixers of rice field. In rice field, who is going to fix the nitrogen and who is going to provide a biofertilizer? Means that is some of the cyanobacteria or blue-green algae. So here nearly 40 species of blue-green algae are known to fix the atmospheric nitrogen. How many? Nearly 40 species, 40 different species of cyanobacteria are known to fix the nitrogen. What are that? Important among them are Anabiana nostoc, Anabiana nostoc, the next that is Olocera, then Oscillatoria. These are some of the examples of what? Of cyanobacteria which are going to fix the nitrogen specifically in the rice field. So how they are going to fix means see about non-stop you had studied in the class 11. This is the structure of non-stop. Okay, here there will be presence of one of the cell, and that cell is known as the thick-walled cell. Okay, what it is? It is one of the thick-walled cell that is known as the heterocyst. Due to the presence of this thick-walled cell, to which we are calling it as the heterocyst, the cell is responsible for what? Fixing the nitrogen. Okay. So here, mycorrhizae as biofertilizer. Myco means fungus. Rhizae means roots. Here again comes a relation of what? Of the fungus and the roots which will act as an biofertilizer. It is one of the distinct morphological structure. Whatever I am talking about mycorrhizae, it is a distinct morphological structure okay, that they had given the name as mycorrhizae. This structure which is developed as a result of association between develops as a result of association means there is a relation between what? Between the fungus and the roots. Between fungus and roots. So that morphological structure they had given the name as a mycorrhizae. What they had given? They had given the name as the mycorrhizae. So here these are found in specific higher plants. And the next thing, these plants, where do you found this particular structure? Means the plants where there is the plants in whom there is a scarcity of phosphorus and nitrogen, especially that is it is found in higher plants This is one point, and the another point, this higher plants where there is a scarcity of nutrients, especially that is phosphorus and nitrogen. In that you will found this association. This association helps them to supply a required nutrients, okay, and also benefits to like resistance to disease or whatever the root-borne disease. This association between fungus and roots, it provides, first of all, it provides the nutrients as well as it provides a resistance to root-borne disease. Then water drought means if there is a scarcity of water also, that is also what we call recovered by this structure. Then resistance to root-borne disease, water drought. Then next that is salinity. In a higher salt concentration also, these structures can grow and they will prevent or protect the roots. So in this way, this mycorrhizae are of two types. What are that? That is, one is ectomycorrhizae and one more is endomycorrhizae. So let's see about two types of these mycorrhizae. See, first of all, before going to that one, how it will be means, this is the root. Okay, this root is in close or is in association, means is in relation, okay, with the fungus. This is the fungus. Fungus in the soil. This is the fungus. So this root and fungus. This is the fungus. They will form a particular structure. To this structure, we are calling it as the mycorrhizae. Okay. So there is an association between a root and fungus. These roots of what? Of higher plants. How this fungus, mycorrhizae, is beneficial to this roots mixer? They are providing nutrients, especially that is phosphorus and nitrogen to the roots. Okay. The next thing, they also provides a resistance to what? Root-borne diseases, whatever the diseases which is related with the soil, that diseases, soil is going to damage the roots. That means that is the root-borne disease. That is going to be protected by what? By this fungus. The next, water drought. If there is a scarcity of water, that is also resisted by what? By this fungus. That fungus is going to provide the water in the absence of the, or during the scarcity of the water. The next, salinity. In the higher salt concentration also, the fungus will provide a growth to the roots. So here, this mycorrhizae is of two types. What are that means? One is ectomycorrhizae and one more, that is endomycorrhizae. Okay, here this ectomycorrhizae, here the fungal mycelia form a mantle on root. This is the root. Okay, here the fungal mycelia means whatever the hyphae, mycelia will be there, they are going to form a mantle. Mantle means one covering they are going to form. Here it will be like this. This is the fungus. Okay, this is the fungus and this one is the root. Here the fungal mycelia It's going to form a mantle. Mantle over what? Over the root. In this way, outside the root, ecto means outside. Okay. In this form, there is an association between the roots and the what? That is the how they are beneficial to each other. Means here, whatever the fungus which is present in a sometimes what happens is you have already studied the structure of fungus. See, these are the hyphae, separate hyphae. You had already studied this hyphae. Sometimes they will penetrate into the root like this. They will emerge or they will penetrate into the root. What they will do means into the soil or into the root they will penetrate. They will absorb the mineral and nutrients. Who is getting a mineral and nutrient means that is the fungus. Fungus is getting minerals and nutrients from where? From the soil. Okay, that mineral and nutrients they are going to provide it to the roots. Okay, so in this way they are helpful to each other. In return, this roots is giving some of the carbohydrate or some of the food nutrients to the fungus. Fungus is giving mineral and nutrients to the root. They are in mutualism. Next thing here, what are the in which type of plants you will found this ectomycorrhizae? Some of the examples are here: oaks, eucalyptus. Examples, that is oaks, eucalyptus, then pine tree. I had told you that mycorrhizae are found in the higher plants. So these are the some of the examples. The next we will see about the endomycorrhizae. Next that is endomycorrhizae. Here they are forming a mantle over the root. But in the endomycorrhizae, the fungus will not form any mantle. See here, the fungus does not make any mantle. Any mantle over the root. Okay, here it is forming a mantle, but here they are not going to make any mantle. Okay, there in the endomycorrhizae, and instead it produces here they are tightly bounded. Whatever the fungus and root is there, they are in a very close contact. But here, whatever the fungus is there, that is loosely interwoven. Whatever the hyphae are there, see for example, this is the root and this is the fungus. They are not going to form any mantle, and these hyphae are loosely interwoven. Loosely interwoven hyphae you will found where? In endomycorrhizae. Okay, so whatever the hyphae which is penetrating into the soil or the cortex of the root as well as in the soil, they will absorb the phosphorus. So this is the fungus and this is the hyphae. What they are going to absorb from this is the soil. What they are going to absorb means that is the phosphorus. Phosphorus from the soil, and they are providing to him to the roots. Supplied to the plants. So whatever the endomycorrhizae, they are also found in the higher plants. Some of the examples are there, that is orchids and woody plants. Orchids and woody plants. So this is about what? About the endomycorrhizae and the ectomycorrhizae. So this is about the last topic, that is microbes as biofertilizer. So here your chapter is ended. Okay. Some 5 mark questions I will tell you that you have to solve it. Okay. What are that, Lisa? That it is microbes in household products. And mention their role. This is one question. Explain briefly sewage treatment. Okay. Then draw a labeled diagram of biogas plant. Okay. Then these 3 questions you have to solve. Then tomorrow I will continue with the new chapter. Okay, thank you.